Jaya He.
Respected principal, deans, heads of various departments, my dear colleagues, staff members and students, a pleasant good morning to all. So we are here to celebrate the 75th Independence Day of our nation. So it's a matter of great joy for me to wish you all a very happy Independence Day. This day has a special significance as it marks the beginning of 75th year of India's independence. My hearty congratulations to you all on this momentous occasion. Today I am considering myself fortunate as I've got a very prestigious opportunity to hoist our national flag on the occasion of our 75th Independence Day. Independence Day marks the end of British rule in 1947 and the establishment of a free and independent Indian nation. British rule in India started in the year 1757 when, following the British victory at the Battle of Plassey, the East India Company started exercising control over our country. The East India Company ruled India for 100 years until it was replaced by direct British rule in the wake of Indian Mutiny during 1857 to 58. Before independence, our nation has suffered great injustices, and between the years 1857 and 1947, history has recorded a significant number of revolutions as well as the sacrifices made by our great leaders and freedom fighters. So our independence was made possible by generations of freedom fighters, some known and many unknown. On this occasion, our thoughts turn first to Mahatma Gandhi, the man behind our struggle for freedom. The Indian independence movement started during the First World War and was led by Mahatma Gandhi, who advocated for a peaceful and non-violent end to British rule. We are also reminded of relentless struggles of our great patriots and leaders like Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Lokmanya Tilak, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Rani Lakshmibai, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Pingali Vengaya, V.O. Chidambaram Pillai, Mangal Pandey, Shukdev, Rani Velu Nachiyar, Tirupur Kumaran, and many more who dreamed of free India, fought for it till their last breath, and who liberated our motherland from British rule. So salute to all those brave hearts for the tremendous sacrifices that they have made over these years and for their unforgettable contribution to our country's independence. So due to the sacrifices made by all the freedom fighters, so we are provided with an invaluable blueprint to not only liberate our nation, but also to rebuild our nation. So after the Constitution went into action on 26 February 1950, India became a democratic republic and every citizen was given rights and responsibilities, and right to vote was given immediately to every citizen after independence, whereas it took about 50 years for America to give the same to the citizens. And today, we breathe under free skies because of the greatest sacrifices they made, and we are indebted to their heroic deeds always. So when India became independence, it was a very underdeveloped country with more than 75% of the people living in poverty, frequent famines, food shortages, and high rates of illiteracy. As a democratic country, India has achieved many milestones after its independence, and in the last 75 years, we all have witnessed the greatest events of all time, making us proud citizens of the country. To mention a few achievements, so on August 4, 1956, India built and designed Asia's first nuclear reactor, the Apsara nuclear reactor. And the Green Revolution was an endeavor initiated by Norman Borlaug in the year 1960, and he has won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1970 for his work in developing high-yielding varieties of wheat. White Revolution, it is also known as Operation Flood. So it is a landmark project of India's National Dairy Development Board. So it was launched on 13th January 1970 with the motive of increasing the milk production to make the country one of the largest producers of milk in the world. So India has the fourth strongest army in the world. And we received many Oscars for movies like Slumdog Millionaire, Mother India, etc. And we won the first ever World Cup cricket in the year 1983 under the captaincy of Kapil Dev. So as claimed by the Indian brand Equity Foundation, so India is one of the topmost countries in the world in the field of scientific research and has been positioned as one of the top 5 nations in the field of space exploration. So India has continuously undertaken space missions, including missions to the moon and the Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. And also India ranks 3rd among the most attractive investment destinations for technology transactions in the world. So our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, said, "Science is not merely an individual search for truth. It is something infinitely more than that if it works for the community." So he made efforts to convert India's economy into that of a modern state and to fit her into the nuclear age and do it quickly. And Dr. Homi Bhabha, he has also played a major role in the development of defense technology in India after independence. So DRDO was set up in 1958 to secure the borders of India with more advanced defense technology. Since then, DRDO has developed several large programs and essential technology, including aircraft, electronic warfare systems, tanks and armored vehicles, command and control systems, and missile systems. And in the year 1989, so Agni missile was successfully launched. And India has initiated some major space research programs under the vision of some great scientists and leaders like Sir C.V. Raman, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and many more. And Aryabhatta, the first Indian satellite, was launched in 1975, which was completely designed and fabricated in India. And ISRO was formed in 1969 with a vision to develop and harness space technology in the national development while pursuing planetary exploration and space science research. So thus the journey of India after independence highlights India's expansion ranging from agricultural production to nuclear and space technology, from affordable healthcare to world-class educational institutions, from Ayurveda to biotechnology, from giant steel plants to becoming an IT power, and having the 3rd largest startup ecosystem in the world. So India is the only country where people from different religions, castes, languages, and cultures stay together happily under one roof. And this unity in diversity is not seen anywhere in this world. So today in the 21st century, the technology knows no bounds. So thanks to COVID-19 pandemic, because it makes the people even more technological friendly. So the education sector has become has employed new techniques, various techniques like online exams and courses, digital textbooks, and even virtual classes. The education sector has changed drastically over the period. So every citizen of India is given the right to freedom of speech, work, stay, and follow the religion they wish to. And every festival is celebrated here with equal enthusiasm. So this day is considered to be a day of pride and good fortune for India, because this day creates a new spirit of hope, enthusiasm, and patriotism in our hearts, and reminds us of the sacrifices that have been made for this day. So this is the day on which we commemorate India's vast cultural landscape, a diversified country with 28 states, more than 121 languages, and 270 mother tongues. And today is the day to celebrate the diversity and sprawling cultures we cherish and preserve. So our responsibility doesn't come to an end by celebrating it today. While celebrating the 75th Independence Day, we cannot overlook the challenges we face, especially the corruption, illiteracy, women's safety, poverty, pollution, etc. However, with a bold youth generation, so revolutions are being witnessed, and this will definitely bring positive changes in the coming years. So although modern India faces many challenges, unity among its citizens will do wonders for sure. So our nation is our motherland. We should always be grateful for all we have received from it. So we must recognize the hardships that our forefathers have gone through to give us the life we are living now. So our brave soldiers have gone through a lot in order to ensure that we live with freedom and dignity. So all the citizens must be ever ready to take part in all the activities related to the growth and development of our nation. So as proud citizens of our nation, it is our obligation to carry out the responsibilities faithfully and work towards the expansion and development of our nation. So I wish that all our people come out of the difficulties caused by this COVID pandemic and move ahead on the path of prosperity and happiness. So while celebrating this anniversary, I cannot stop my mind imagining a powerful, prosperous and peaceful India of 2047 during the celebration of our 100th year of independence. So before concluding, I'd like to convey my sincere thanks to our principal for providing me this wonderful opportunity. So my best wishes to all of you on the eve of 75th Independence Day of our country. Jai Hind.
Good morning and happy Independence Day to all of you. It's indeed a great moment to be together during the 75th Independence Day celebration. I thank all the candidates for participating, and I'm sure that you toiled hard to put up this great show today. I believe there is also going to be a parade. I only wish to reiterate what Madam said, that if we are in this situation today, that India is being recognized as one of the growing powers of the nation. In fact, even the topmost developed nations like America and others, they are looking at India in a very inquisitive manner. How India is going to grow, whether India is going to surpass the achievements of all the even developed countries. I think the reason is because of the sacrifices made, the efforts put in by so many people right from pre-independence era, right? Madam told about so many freedom fighters who have laid down their lives for the sake of independence, because had we been slaves still, I don't think, though we still have that intellectual power, I think to unleash this, I think we really needed independence. I think towards that, many of them fought against that slavery, and then they made us independent. And I think we should really make use of this independence, to ultimately, make our country prosper. It's like this. The world is called as a macrocosm, and we are all parts of this great universe and this world, right? So we are called as microcosm. The macrocosm will be considered to prosper only if every one of us also prosper. Whatever acts we do, I think that is going to reflect on the macrocosm. If you think the world has to be a better place to live, then it's dependent on us. It's dependent on every individual to make the better place to make the world a better place to live. If we don't follow that, and we can't expect the world to be a better place to live. It's as simple as that. Because every one of us, have to contribute to that, so that collectively the whole globe as well as the universe. Now, when we say there is a lot of debris in the space, okay, it is whose fault or whose gain is that? It's purely because of our endeavor. We want to improve the communications technology, so we have put in a lot of satellites. Okay, so it's not something natural that is happening which is spoiling the world. What I'm trying to tell you here is, right, just follow the principle laid down by the tricolor, because this year it's very inspiring to see the flags hoisted on all the buildings. Even I am thankful to our NCC, Army, Navy and Air Wing for they initiated this, from till 12th till today. I think students hoisted the flag. They have been, we told that okay, they have to do it because you are going to be the future torch bearers of the country, right? It's very inspiring to see the tricolor atop all the buildings everywhere. I happen to see some kind of what do you call a drone shot or something. I don't know which city it is. Seeing the tricolor atop all the buildings, from an aerial view, it's so inspiring. It really gives a very, I don't know, I can't describe it in my words. What I'm trying to tell you is this tricolor, what we see today, it conveys a lot of meaning. In fact, yesterday I conveyed my thoughts to the student council also through the email, right? First and foremost, the Dharma Chakra, the Ashoka Chakra, right? It conveys the four principal virtues which all of us have to practice. So all of us have to be very, very thorough in, or you should be very meticulous in practicing the virtues or the primary values. Okay. Once we do that, see, for this we require a pure heart, right? Because values cannot be simply preached without us practicing them. So we have to practice to preach the values. Okay. That's what everyone is expected to do. நம்ம எல்லாரும் உண்மை சொல்லணும்னு நினச்சி சொல்கிறோம். நான் நம்ம மட்டும் போய் பேசுனா அது எப்படி நம்ம அதை சொல்கிறதுக்கு நமக்கு அதிகாரம் கிடையாது இல்லையா? So we have to practice anything before we preach. So let us all resolve today to follow the 24 values or virtues represented by the Dharma Chakra. Why it is shown as a chakra? Because the natural tendency for any wheel is to rotate, right? The wheel is supposed to take us forward. So once with a pure heart, if we practice these values, I'm very sure that we will be taken forward by the virtues itself. See, உலகம் வந்து தர்மத்தின் பெயர்ல தான் நடக்குது. See, that's what we say, the tree is growing, giving us yield, right? The sun rising and setting. Is it all because of human, control or programs? No. Everything is சத்தியத்துக்கு உட்பட்டு சத்தியத்துக்கு கட்டுப்பட்டு தான் நடக்குது. So அதனால that is actually applied to this principle. It applies to us also. If we are going to be a part of that without going against whatever is laid down by the dharma or the right conduct, then naturally we will also be propelled, we will be taken care of by the nature or the Almighty, whatever way you call it. So that is certainly going to give us a lot of prosperity, which is represented by the green color of the tricolor. And ultimately, what should we do after being prosperous? We should contribute to each other, we should serve each other. That's what is represented by the saffron, is it not? See, when we got the independence, that time the tricolor represented the sacrifice made by the people, right? Sacrificing is a part of the Indian culture. We know very well so many stories. So in the tricolor, the saffron represents sacrifice, white represents the purity, and green represents the prosperity. Now what kind of sacrifice? Now that we have got independence, you may be wondering what sacrifice really means. Should we then lay down our lives for the country? Yes, this sacrifice, it always, sacrifice is the purpose of life. Right from your mother is sacrificing her life for bringing up the children, right? Your mother, every one of our mothers, they have sacrificed their life for bringing us up, right? And we will be taking care of the children. Now this is sacrifice at the lower level, at the micro level. Just expand this love and sacrifice, you will find that the world will be the best place to live, because we have to share love, we have to care for each other, we have to share our love, right? So sacrifice is not simply the independence alone, right? Because many of you have the notion whether that saffron really means, really conveys anything after the independence. It's certainly, saffron is a part and parcel of our life, which we have to certainly follow the sacrificial principle. Why? Because ultimately that alone will give us satisfaction and help us feel the purpose of life. See, I always say this, on the last day of our living in the earth, we should be very, very satisfied. We should never repent for the life that we have lived. layer. So to get that kind of satisfaction, to leave the earth in peace and bliss, the only thing that can help you is the sacrifice. That is why yesterday also I shared my thought with our people. What a beautiful message that is conveyed by our tricolor. The தண்ணி முதல்ல தண்ணி கொடுங்க. உட்கார வைங்க. Okay, I think I'll better conclude because otherwise I am apprehensive about, because I don't know why you should be actually very healthy, right? You should these things no one will come and feed you, but you should see to that you get all your morning எழுந்து கஞ்சி குடிங்க. Morning எழுந்து you should have a very healthy diet. Do all this, because unless you youngsters feel strong and sturdy, but naanga da villanum actually, right? The old people should actually swoon down. But I only wish and pray to Mother India that on this auspicious occasion, let her give the best of the mental health, the physical health, and a good values for us to practice. Okay, so that we will all see to that we uphold the virtues of our motherland. Thank you. Jai Hind.